Well, Santa Claus was walking, he was taking stock of all the new toys and all of his stock when he came upon the reindeer stable. Well, he was in for a mighty big surprise when he realized that all of the reindeer had died. Well, he let out a yell and he started to cry. To make matters worse, it was Christmas Eve, which meant that tomorrow he was gonna have to leave to deliver toys to boys and girls all over the globe. So he ran to the phone and he called an old friend who was another guy with a big white bushy beard, and he said, "Dumbledore, I need some help. I'm in a bit of a tight spot. See, I can't pull my sleigh without my reindeer, and if I can't fly, well then all these toys are just gonna stay here, and the boys and girls everywhere are gonna be mighty sad." Well, Dumbledore said nothing. He just sat there and thought, but then after a while he said, "Aha, I got it." And well, this is what he said. He said, "Santa, don't worry, I can get you through the night. I got just the right creatures, they can even take flight. They may be a little creepy, but they'll definitely get the job done. No, they're not quite as cheerful as the reindeer were, but they're fast as lightning and they're strong as thunder. Yeah, the Thestrals will save the day before the sun comes up." So the very next day, well, 8 Thestrals arrived, but no one could see them because no one there dies. You see, at the North Pole, well, everybody's immortal. So they had to call up the abominable snowman because, you see, more than a few people have died at his hands. So he showed them just where the great winged beast stood. It took quite a while, but eventually the black bony animals were hooked up to the sleigh, ready for takeoff, but Santa was a little bit nervous. He climbed in the sleigh and he grasped at the reins, but since Dasher and Dancer and the rest of the gang weren't around, well, he was at a loss about what to say in order to leave. So he thought for a minute, and into his head came the words of that wizard that he considered his friend. So aloud and with vigor, he started to sing. He sang, "Santa, don't worry, I can get you through the night. I got just the right creatures, they can even take flight. They may be a little creepy, but they'll definitely get the job done. No, they're not quite as cheerful as the reindeer were, but they're fast as lightning and they're strong as thunder. And the Thestrals will save the day before the sun comes up." They were flying through the night and everything was going smooth. They had finished the Western Hemisphere and they were starting to hit a groove when, flying over England, they ran into a spot of trouble. Death Eaters arrived and they surrounded the sleigh. They were going to ruin Christmas, but not if Santa had his way. He pulled out his wand and he started to duel. The Death Eaters were surprised Santa had caught them off guard, so they didn't know that he was a member of the wizarding world. But how else besides magic to explain delivering all those toys? The battle raged over Reading and over Slough, and curses flew over the sleigh, over the stern and over the bow, and the Death Eaters fell one by one, and the Thestrals held steady. And at the end of the night, after all the toys had been delivered, and back at the North Pole at the celebration dinner, Santa stood up to give his annual congratulations speech. Well, he thanked Mrs. Claus and he thanked all the elves, but before he sat down to just enjoy himself, he gave a loud Merry Christmas and began to sing one more time. "Oh, Santa, don't worry, I can get you through the night. I got got just the right creatures. They can even take flight. They may be a little creepy, but they'll definitely get the job done. No, they're not quite as cheerful as the reindeer were, but they're fast as lightning and they're strong as thunder. Yeah, the Thestrals will save the day before the sun comes up. Oh, I said, Santa, don't worry, I can get you through the night. I got just the right creatures. They can even take flight. They may be a little creepy, but they'll definitely get the job done. No, they're not quite as cheerful as the reindeer were, but they're fast as lightning and they're strong as thunder. Yeah, the Thestrals will save the day before the sun comes up. That's how the Thestrals saved the day before the sun came up. Oh, the Thestrals will save the day before the sun comes up.